Oh my lord. Jeff Bezos. Get
The
out of
entire
here.
internet is watching us right now.
All of it.
Hello and welcome everyone to our amazing and incredible journey. And also we play D&D sometimes.
Only sometimes.
So, yes.
Like once a week.
Every third Tuesday.
Once a week, once every other week, somewhere in there. So, we'll just jump right in. This session may be a little shorter because I don't feel good, but we'll get through it. And yeah, so I don't remember who was supposed to do recap. I can just do. Oh, Jevin. Okay, so go ahead and do
I have
it.
one. It's
Whoever
me,
It's
but
Haley.
Oh, it's
That way.
Haley. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
next week. I'm
yeah.
next week.
I was like, if Jevin wrote one, I guess we can vote.
I did
and then
not
people,
write one.
People have to
Dear
vote
God.
on who was better. I
No,
guess.
you both do it, and then we do like a judging thing.
Okay.
Okay,
So go ahead
let's
whenever
see.
you're ready. If you want me to change the mood of the music, I can.
I mean, we're in the mines. We're still in the mines, so I feel like this is the vibes.
Take them to the mines of Moria. Sorry.
Whenever you're ready.
Nerd. Okay. Sorry.
As we're all playing D&D. Nerd.
Shut up. You look like someone who plays D&D on a Saturday night, George. Okay. Last week on the Vagabonds, our party of adventurers left behind some rather fun guys and pressed forward into the mines, fighting and encountering all sorts of curious findings along the way, from a rather giant tree to a group of much smaller dragon-phobic individuals. Following an encounter with some forewarned orbs on legs, a few members of our party found themselves and their intellect rather disoriented, but at the cost of a few tense negotiations and deals, our adventurers conquered some of their physical disorientation and made way to their next exit. However, as our adventurers began clearing rubble and debris from an old tower, a much larger cause for concern descended from above. Will the Vagabonds and our remaining intellect be devoured by the descending black dragon? Will we ever find Apollodux's drip? Should we have given the Exvarts Corzin's hand? Tune in tonight on Baggage Claim D&D.
Excellent. So good.
George.
That's so funny. Okay. So, just to set the mood, you found yourselves in an... Sorry, I started writing just a descriptive, like, put you in the mood thing, and then it just turned into a recap also, so sorry.
Oh, nice. It's okay.
You found yourselves in an enormous underground chamber large enough to hold a small city, completely filled with thick jungle. Large trees stretch up their branches towards a pseudo-sun, a bizarre amalgamation of plant, crystal, and some other foreign material that radiates strange pale light, hanging about 200 to 300 feet above the tree lines. The air is thick with the smell of the forest and the humidity, and you haven't stopped sweating since you've entered this place. The jungle is rife with a myriad forms of life. Dozens of birds chirp and caw. Many you recognize and many more you don't. Through your trek, you encountered your familiar hunters, the troglodytes who seem to be shadowing your every move. You met a tribe of feral humans who warned you through pantomime and crude stone sketchings to beware of the strange brains with legs that you later encountered, and who you defeated with the help of a pack of voracious velociraptors. But not before both Xerius and Varus were struck with some kind of mind-draining assault that left them somewhat dumber than they were before. Finally, you encountered a group of ugly and grating humanoid creatures who promised to show you the exit, after Kanan nearly killed their speaker. The hideous creatures led you down through another portion of the jungle, where a thick fog began to suffuse the area, and the noxious scent of some kind of chemical filled the air. As you traveled, you made note of the collection of bones and skulls scattered about before eventually arriving at the ruins of what was once a large pylon. Ezekiel cleverly intuited that this space was most likely some sort of tomb, but of who or what he was not sure. As you began to clear the debris blocking the doorway at the bottom of the pylon, you heard the distant beating of heavy wings. Oh wait, hold on. You heard the distant beating of heavy wings, and a ferocious roar as a giant black dragon swooped in on you, perching on one of the still standing walls. Everyone, roll initiative.
somebody.
Today is a good day to die.
I'm not ready.
Can't wait to meet Fetch.
Oops.
Oh.
There you go,
Ian is
Brandon.
significantly less ready.
Brandon, you
Aiden.
took my initiative.
Excuse me, my +9? This was a long time coming?
He's been waiting the entire game for this moment.
This moment.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to get killed by the dragon now.
Have fun.
Oh, dang, I forgot to add his turn.
Have fun slaying the dragon.
Have fun
On
storming
Oh no,
the
storming the
castle.
castle. Yeah, my bad. My bad. I had most of the quote, but
Wow,
then...
that's pretty good. All right, so
Hey, that's pretty good.
who's up first? Is it Ezekiel? Wow.
Ezekiel.
All right. So
Right
Ezekiel,
there.
you're up first. What would you like to do?
Get out of there. Let me think about how to do that.
Okay, just while you think, just for some clarity, the perch that he's standing on is about 30 feet up. So he's kind of out of
Okay.
reach at this point. He's not standing
Okay.
right on top of you. The walls all the way around extend about 30 to 40 feet, depending on which wall it is. This one here is about 30 feet. This one on this side is about 40 feet. So, just so you all know.
Just to be safe, I will start with bonus action disengage
Okay.
as a rogue thing. And then I will keep ourselves there, maybe? Go there for now. We'll see how this goes. And I will take a shot at it.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. 23 hits. Solid 8 points of piercing damage.
That's it for me.
Okay. After Ezekiel is Varus. Varus, what would you like to do?
Varus is, in his stupid mind, has somehow retracted back to when he used to have a Dragon Slayer sword. So he reaches down to his waist and goes to grab it, and then is like, "Oh, I don't have that anymore." And then he's gonna cast Fly on himself,
All right.
and let's see, boink. I want to be just like right above the middle of it, if I can.
Okay, so you get 60-foot fly speed, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go 30 feet up and then another like 10 to 12 feet up to get above the actual dragon and then over.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Okay.
you have quite enough movement to do all of that.
Probably not. So
We could say you get
He'll
to
just
about
be-
here. Yeah.
okay, that works. So he'll be there. Is that within melee range yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say yeah. You can come up and get over
Okay.
to be able to attack.
Then, well, first things first, I'm gonna second wind and get some hit points back as a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay.
Only 6. No, I don't want to piss it off yet. That's gonna be it.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right. Sounds great. Next up is Harriet.
So positioning wise, am I like currently under? Like what is?
Yeah. So right now I'll move the dragon so you can see the shape of the wall. So it's kind of shaped like that.
Okay.
But Harriet is on the ground and it's kind of sitting on the edge of the wall. I just can't put it there, otherwise it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like really like this, I think. But it's on the interior of the wall there. So Harriet is below it. You can look up and see it right there.
Okay. And let's see. What would Harriet do? I think. She's gonna have out. Let's see. heavy crossbow and hold an attack for if it moves towards her or like makes an attack at somebody in the group. Right now it's just doing its thing.
Okay.
So
Just
she'll
waiting
fire
to-
once it makes an attack.
Okay,
Yes.
got it. All right. Holding your attack, that's good to know.
Yeah, just
Next-
under it, like
Yeah.
straight up.
Okay. Next up is the dragon. And then Xerius is after. So next up is the dragon. The dragon, looking around, is going to let out just a slight, just a little roar. And then start to laugh to itself and say, ha 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 ha. Lunch is early. And beat its wings.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
And beat its wings.
Is that in
and-
common?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
And
That's actually good.
it's gonna circle around like this, lifting up as it does so,
That's bad.
and getting to right about here.
What?
Does counterspell work on Dragon's Breath?
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
Y'all, I used so
And-
many of my damn spell slots on that cloak.
It's gonna go ahead and let loose as it kind of beats its wings to hold itself in place. It releases this massive. You could see this sort of glowing greenish sludge dripping from it between its teeth, and it releases this bolt of acid directly through and down, kind of hitting the ground and dragging it upwards to catch Xerius, Kanan, and Ezekiel. Make dexterity saving throws.
Sadly.
Uh,
Well, not bad, but probably not good enough.
Okay.
DC 37.
You all fail.
Yeah.
And each of you takes 52 points of acid damage.
what? So is the succeed half damage?
If you succeed, you take half damage.
Okay, so.
So you
ropes
already
have-
take half damage.
Okay, yeah, I have
So you get
evasion.
26.
Okay.
And it's just hovering in the air. It's up maybe like 50 feet off of ground level right now.
So can I take my little crossbow shot?
You
at
can. You can take your crossbow shot.
it? It sounds so sad.
Can I use a reaction also to cast telekinesis
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
exactly
That was
at third
that
level?
was 52. I think
52.
I only take half. So 26.
Oh yeah, because you have evasion, yeah. So 26 also for you. And so dexterity save for the dragon.
Or
But
it
I don't-
takes half.
It didn't go.
Okay. So it takes
Oh,
half.
okay.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta make sure.
Ugh.
Yeah, half as much on a successful.
Okay.
Cool.
So it takes. It succeeded. It got a 25.
Yeah, so it takes 12.
12 points of
This
fire.
is so sad.
And Harry, you release the bolt, but it just wings by. Its wings beating, just kind of pushes the bolt out of place just enough to miss.
Just gonna just take a deep breath and be like, it's okay. Not setting the tone for tonight.
And that's it for its turn. So Xerius, you're up next.
Oh, you speak our language. Good. Don't hurt me or my friends. And he's gonna cast Gias, or however you say this spell.
Oh, geese.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
Place a magical command. All right. Forcing it to carry on. So succeed
So
on a
makes a
wisdom
wisdom
save.
save.
All right. What's your spell save DC?
17.
Okay. Well, it rolled a 9.
Cool. Plus more than 8?
Going to use its single legendary resistance to succeed instead of fail.
At least we burned it. At least we burned it.
So,
Okay. Xerius is going to. I'm assuming he knows that didn't work.
yeah, oh yeah, you know. You could see the spell start to take effect, and then it just kind of shakes its head a little bit and glares right at you.
Well, shit. And he's going to run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Kind of trying to duck it. He can only make it to the corner. But
Okay.
We'll get kind of away from everyone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
Nope, that'll be all.
All right. Next up is Kanan. What would you like to do?
Yes, is this dragon still in the air?
It's about 50 feet up.
50 feet?
Yeah. So you could, the wall right next to Varus is about 40 feet, but you got a good climb speed. So you could get up there and take a jump at it if you wanted to.
No. I want to get up in this tree
Okay.
about however high the tree is.
Tree, you could get up to about 40 feet before it's like starting to be, the branch is too thin to hold you.
Okay, so I will get up about another 30 feet.
Okay.
Get up 30 feet because that's the rest of... Actually, no, I'll just get up all the way. I use my action to dash.
Okay. Sounds good. So you're up at the top. You still have, let's see, so if you got up 30, so you still have about 40 feet of movement left. You could jump if you
Can I
wanted
try to jump and like hang on to some part of him, like a foot or something?
It's if you use, so I would say if you use a bonus action, I would say that you could try to make a grapple, because you could do like unarmed strikes as a bonus action normally. So I would say, yeah, go if you want to. You can make an athletics check to try
I'll
to
just
grab
hang
onto
out in
it.
the tree.
Okay.
I'll just hang out in the tree.
All right. So you're up in this tree, like near the top. You can feel the branches kind of swaying, leaning a little bit with your weight, but you can, being, nimble, you can launch off of that. At the end of your turn, it's going to... it's too far away. Never mind. It's not going to do that. Next up is Ezekiel.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Is anything here on the ground? Is that anything large enough to take cover behind?
Not inside the pylon area. You'd have to go like out to
fair.
the side over here.
Mm-hmm. Then I lose a bit of line of sight. I think I'm okay where I am now. So I'm gonna use the steady aim thing I learned about.
Okay.
Bonus action advantage on next attack roll, but I cannot move
Okay.
this turn. And I will take another short bow shot.
Sounds great.
Actually, let me double check the range on that. Yeah, we're fine. It's like 80. We might not be fine. No, we're fine. It's 80 feet.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Ugh.
But a 13, unfortunately, is not going to do it.
His hands are shaking a bit.
And you cock back the bow, and you're just a little too nervous. You let the arrow fly, but it flies too short.
That's all I can do on my turn.
Okay. Next up is
Dragon is
Varus. What would you like to do?
Ah, shit. Abby left. Well, I was going to offer to help Kanan since I'm flying, but Abby is not here, so I will simply fly up. Can I sit on its neck? Do I have enough movement for that?
You could get over to it and try to.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
And then, if I can, try and pop a squat on the neck bit.
Yeah, so make an athletics check contested with its
Okay.
athletics or acrobatics.
Would this be my action? Because if it is, then I won't do that.
This would be your action, yeah.
Okay, then I won't do that. I'll just kind of
Okay.
fly above it. Fuck you, George. I'm doing my thing. And then I will... but I do want to be, like, directly above it.
Okay, so you're going to fly up above it. Okay.
Yeah. And then I will, the bonus action, feint at it.
Okay.
Get advantage on my first attack. Which is this one. And then just take the attack action.
Okay. You swing and a 27 hits, dealing a solid
And then-
12 points of damage.
Or two. Ugh.
Second strike does not hit, and except
Oh.
for Zarius adding plus 10. You stab
buddy.
downward trying to get at it, and you're for sure gonna miss. And you feel this guiding force just push your hand inward. And you manage to connect solid with one of the wing muscle bone things.
Thanks. And then I will, now that Abby's here, Kanan, need a hand?
Baby.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh boy.
How much movement do I have left? Like 30 feet?
Let's see. You moved over. Yeah, I'd say you got about 30 feet.
Okay.
Because you got to go up more before, so yeah. It's
Yeah.
About 30 feet.
Okay. How close is Kanan to the dragon? Like, how much
It's
space
about
is there between
15
them?
feet below it.
Okay. Okay. Varus will just say, then tell me what you want to do, because I don't know. That'll be my turn.
Okay, sounds good. At the end of your turn, the dragon is going to turn around at you and make a tail attack, kind of flipping, twisting its body and whipping at you with its tail, using a legendary action. 22 to hit.
Is this a melee attack?
Yeah.
I will use my reaction to defensive duelist parry it.
Okay.
It doesn't hit.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, his tail comes up, and you can see the large barb sticking out from it, and you're like, oh, this is gonna kill me. And you deflect with your sword just enough to push the force away. Next up is Harriet.
That's me.
What would you like
I'm
to do?
gonna. Oh boy. So it's 50 in the air. I gotta do some trigonometry.
You're in range
Harriet
for
pulls
sure.
out her ruler and hold on. You know, let's see. Harriet's not messing around. She's like, well, okay, I gave you your shot. You didn't work. And she puts her heavy crossbow back on her back and pulls out her gun. As well, all reliable. And tries to make a shot.
Okay,
And it's set on fire right now.
it's set on fire. Okay.
Let me make sure it's actually put in that it's set on fire. Yeah. Ba-ba. And let's see, how many quick points do I have? We're gonna use one for advantage.
Okay. Sounds great.
Oh,
Double
that's
16s.
so sad.
It's a great roll, but unfortunately, not quite enough. You let loose the shot, and I only have magic noises, so I don't have a gunshot in Soundtail. But you let loose the
It's
shot,
okay.
and it goes through a hole that already exists in the creature's wing from some previous battle. So would have been a solid shot, but unfortunately, it just wasn't quite enough.
Zarius flinches.
Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
No, I think that's all for Harriet right now. She's holding back, I guess,
Okay.
waiting for the moment.
All right. At the end of Harriet's turn, the dragon is going to turn once more and strike with his tail at Varus. If it's ever gonna roll. There we go. It's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
You take 19 bludgeoning damage as the tail just slaps into the side of your body, and you can feel it just almost throw you out of the air.
It might literally. No. Okay, I'm fine.
And next up is the dragon. Turning to face you, Varus. You hear the
My
dragon
eyes.
let out a ferocious roar. And each of you needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Take that, dragon.
Watches the DC's 25.
Okay, that's everyone. Wow. That 5 is really sad.
Harriet's just, she's waiting for her moment. It's gonna happen, I promise.
Okay, so Kanan and
After I die.
Zarius, you succeed.
Dragon on dragon crime.
The rest of you are frightened.
Could have told you that.
You can make a saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
That's great, Brandon.
You are frightened. And then the creature's going to claw, and chomp at Varus. So it's a 25 for the first claw.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 11 points of slashing. And make your con save.
Oh,
25. No, sorry. I'm still
Good.
flying somehow.
22 for the next one, and 14
That also
points
hits.
of slashing.
Still flying.
And the bite, as you see, it's just tearing into Varus. Ripping bits of him out. The bite, his teeth sink down, and it's a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 23 points of piercing and 5 acid.
I'm at 0.
As it grabs onto Varus and just sort of shakes him about like a rag doll before throwing him down onto the ground. So you are no longer concentrating. I think that
I'm
goes
no
without
longer
saying.
conscious.
And Varus is sleeping, and he throws you down. Your body falls and lands here, almost bouncing on the ground. You don't like fail any death saves or anything, just for dramatic effect.
That's nice. Bless our benevolent DM.
And you see the dragon. You don't. The rest of you see the dragon kind of beating its wings and looking around, saying, "Who's next?" Before descending and staring into the tree with Kanan in it. It's looking you right in the eyes. And that's the end for the dragon's turn. Yeah, go ahead.
He hasn't this dragon. I have not asked this dragon's pronouns in the middle of this fight, but has this dragon revealed a name? I just don't remember if that happened.
Not
it was
yet,
just
no.
the looming. Okay.
Just showed up and was like, "Oh, lunchtime." All
Dinner.
right.
The lunch
Dinner
dragon.
time.
Okay.
So,
Dinner time.
next up is Zarius. What would you like to do?
Hell. I guess Zarius will run over to Varus.
I love you too, buddy.
And he'll cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Okay.
Submit.
Varus, you gain 20 hit points.
Submit.
And Zarius has about 10 feet of movement left. Is this like something he can climb on, or
Yeah,
is that
easy.
like
Yeah.
okay?
It's a
If
small
he
pile
wants
of
to try
debris.
to get to the other side of that, yeah. There's nothing to duck behind yet, but he might tuck inside this wall next turn or something.
Okay. Sort of a run by Cure Wounds. Not yet,
Yeah,
get up.
He's like, nope, get up.
Oh, actually, I have sounds for healing damage.
Oh.
There we go. All right. Next up is Kanan. What would you like to do?
If he's looking at me right in the eyes, does that mean he's close?
He's close enough to kiss you.
Perfect. Okay.
Give him a little smooch.
Doesn't the
Kanan
frog?
wants to jump and claw her way onto his face,
Okay.
and then try to rip out his eyes.
Okay. Go ahead and make. So first, are you leaping onto him?
Yeah.
Okay. So first, make an acrobatics check. You got pretty sure footing, so it's no problem for you. You leap, and you're definitely on track to land on his face. Go ahead and make an athletics check to make sure that you can grab on. 11, and I'll give him a contested thing to try to not have you, it is dragon scale after all. He rolled a 2. I'm not
What
kidding.
does that mean?
So he rolled
Plus?
total of a 4. In spite of all the odds, it seems that Kanan leaps forward and digs her claws in, and your claws just sink in behind some of the scales on his face. So you've got a sure grip now. Front, back, feet, both. You are locked onto this creature's face. So now, if you would like to try to attack, go ahead and make your attack roll. I'm going to give him an extra AC if you're going specifically for the eyes.
Specifically for the eye.
Okay, so it's gonna just make it more difficult, because, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make your attack rolls. I would say a 25 hits. And a 22, thanks to Zarius, also hits.
All I got.
And I'm gonna spend a key
George was
point
waiting.
I was.
to
I want.
flurry of blows.
Okay, you're gonna flurry of blows?
Yeah,
Okay,
that one.
that one for
not.
sure does not hit. That one does hit. So total, it's 11 and
16 points. of
Okay.
Is he blind?
What is this, a beholder?
Kanan, as you leap on this, you realize the size of this creature as you're straddling its face. It's wider than your body. It's a large, large creature. But you very quickly and instinctively just scratch for the eyes. You dig your whole hand into one of its eye sockets and just claws out, rip this thing out.
Oh my
This
word.
entire dragon eye comes out, and it's bigger than your hand, and you shake it off, sort of slops down onto the ground. The other hand, you reach back, and the dragon's just shaking its head, trying to throw you off. You reach in and just rake your claws down the eye, not taking it out all the way, but causing some serious damage.
That is some serious damage.
Okay.
Oh.
You'll need some flex tape.
Flex tape!
So,
You need
Kanan,
a
Flex
bit more
save will
than that.
fix that.
anything else you'd like to do? I put you on top of the dragon there.
I think that's about all in my capabilities to do in a turn. So.
Okay. It's a solid turn. Yeah, it's great. All right, next up is Ezekiel.
I'm afraid.
You are afraid.
Is this something that a reasonable human can climb?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like brick and rock and stuff, but yeah, you can climb over it, no problem.
Okay. Well, he climbs over that and finds the nearest hiding spot.
You're in it.
So I will bonus action hide. Make sure I'm at normal stealth checks. The dodge action as my normal action. And that's it for my turn.
Okay.
I will repeat the wisdom saving throw at the end of the turn. Nope, I'm very afraid still.
Very afraid. I would say, Varus, you can retry when you're, like when you're alive.
Okay.
Now that you're
Yeah.
alive, you can.
I was gonna ask that too. So
Okay, so believe yourself hidden, Ezekiel. You think you did a pretty good job of hiding yourself. All right. Next up is Varus.
I am still frightened, so I can't move closer to it, right?
You cannot move closer. No.
Okay. Then. What do I want to do? I am afraid. That is a problem. I'm gonna just use my action to cast Mirror Image on myself. So 3 more Varuses appear. And I haven't done that in a while, so. And then he's just gonna scoot away. He doesn't want to be here anymore. Just kind of like hide in the corner underneath, not on top of it,
Yeah,
but just
yeah.
like in the corner, just like kind of
Okay.
huddle a little bit.
Sounds great.
And that's all. So
Okay.
wisdom
Go,
save.
yeah, make that wisdom save. Still afraid. All right. Next up is Harriet.
Afraid gang. She's gonna
Afraid.
be she's gonna be afraid, and first she's gonna panic and be like, Harriet, it's your time. And she's gonna try and release her dragon impersonation roar in her fear at it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like, you know when you like the idea of you shot an arrow and then you run and hide, like she's gonna look up on it in like a moment and be like, I'm gonna do this, roar in her actor feat dragon, trying to impersonate it specifically, and then
Okay.
see, like, be scared by her own roar impersonation of it, and then run and hide next to Varus. Like, not
Okay.
even hiding, just like look around, see Varus, and like get down.
Okay.
Like,
All right. Sounds
it.
great. Are you trying to intimidate the dragon?
you know, that would be like the actual role. Yes, her
Okay.
thought is much more panicked.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make an intimidation check. Just to see.
You scare that dragon, Harriet.
So you might.
Nat 20 right now.
Do it.
Oh.
Release the roar, and your voice just wavers a little bit, so it's like ah.
Hit that vibrato.
Yeah, and then you dart off into the corner.
Oh yeah, I didn't move myself, but that went over there.
Shame. All right. Anything else for you, Harriet?
Just like shakily, still holding the gun a little bit, and kind of
Okay.
like, yeah, that's it.
Okay, so go ahead and make your wisdom save.
Oh yeah, I should do that. All right. Let's see if I'm still a part of the Frayed gang. Oh yes, I am.
Very, very afraid.
It's spooky season, lads.
Next up is the dragon, who is very, very, very upset with Kanan, and is going to try to grab Kanan off of its face and hurl her to the ground. So we'll just do an athletics check. And Kanan, make an acrobatics check. Okay, so Kanan, you are... I guess you could do athletics if you wanted to, but I assume acrobatics. But yeah, so Kanan, you feel its claws sink in around your body. You don't take any damage, because this is a grapple, effectively. And it just rips you off of its face. You pull a couple of scales with you that just fall from your hands as you fall down, or as you are pulled away. And then it rears back and hurls you towards the ground. And you being limp can't... I mean, you have slow fall, so you don't take full
Okay.
damage.
Cats
Um,
always land on their feet.
Yeah. So you... Yeah, actually with slow fall, you don't take any damage. He throws you down, and you manage
What?
to...
I don't take any damage.
That's how slow fall works. As he pulls back and throws you, you manage to clamber through the branches and like grab on and slow your descent down and kind of clatter through the trees.
Oh.
What's up?
I can reduce any falling damage I take by an amount equal to 5 times my monk level.
Okay, so you're level 10,
Level 9.
level 9. Okay, so 45.
45.
Let's see. Yeah, it's more than you would have taken. But he hurls you downward, and your body just clatters through the tree branches there. You grab on everything you can to try to slow yourself down, and you manage to land, spinning, landing flat on your feet, catching your breath and realizing, oh, this could have been a lot worse. And then you hear the beating wings as it descends down on top of you to make a bite attack. So that's a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
So it's landed on the ground right next to you. It's not pinning you, but it's like right over top of you. It's 18 points of piercing damage and 8 acid damage. It's a total of 26 points of damage. Is that right? 18 plus 8 is 26. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take 26 points. And that's it for the dragon's turn. It's descended, it's landed on the ground right now. Next up is Zarius. What would you like to do?
I'm debating. I don't know. I'm gonna do it. It's not gonna work, but I'm gonna do it. He's gonna look at him and be like, "Come on now. I said not to hurt me or my friends." And cast it again.
Okay. It's a wisdom save?
Yeah. DC 17.
Yeah. Roll a 25.
Dang it.
Ugh.
Yep, and so Zarius will proceed to. Let's see, how much maybe is it? No. He will stay right where he is. He doesn't want to just leave Kanan there. In fact, actually, 5, 10, 15, he will run up right next to Kanan and wave his sword. He doesn't have an attack, but he'll wave his sword at the dragon.
Okay. In response, the dragon says, "Pesky little magics. Too weak. Too small." That's going to use legendary action to make a tail attack. On you.
It's going to kill me right here.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
That's 12 points of bludgeoning damage. 1 under.
Yeah, doing good.
Okay.
One under.
Speaking of which, I still have control of Zarius' token from last week.
Well, just don't use it.
Oh,
Yeah, don't touch
I
me.
wasn't planning on it, but I just thought it would say something.
Okay. There we go. All right. Next up is Kanan. What would you like to do?
Get my Roll20 to load. I can't access my character sheet.
That's a full action. Yeah.
Guess you just don't get a turn this time.
No!
I'm just kidding.
Is Cure Wounds an action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's just not gonna load. Kanan's gonna reach over to Zarius and be like, "You've taken so much, like, what are you doing? You've taken so much." Oh, it loaded. Okay. It loaded. Yeah, she's gonna turn to Zarius and be like, "What are you doing? Get
What?
out of
You
here!"
look like you needed help. Oh,
Just
okay.
hit him with the Cure Wounds real quick.
Okay.
And then,
Nice.
I'm gonna spend 1 key point to patient defense.
Okay.
And
All
that's
right.
it.
All right. Sounds great. Next up is Ezekiel.
Still frightened. I'm gonna peek out around this corner because otherwise I can't see where it went. It's still there, so gonna go this way and hide some more.
Okay.
Unless that's considered closer, I'll leave that up to you.
No, you're fine right there.
Ezekiel's like skirting around just outside of its notice. Trying to stay
Or
hidden.
so you think.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find out. Hide dodge still, while I'm still frightened. And then wisdom saving throw at the end of the turn. Nope.
It's not even that high of a DC for the wisdom save.
Ezekiel has never fought anything close to a dragon.
Okay. Next up is Varus.
We don't have an excuse though.
That's true.
Yeah. Hey,
Zarius
Harriet,
What?
can you do your dragon roar again?
I don't know. It's a bit scary, Varus.
That's why I'm asking you. Can you do it or not?
Maybe. My eyes are closed.
Okay. And then Varus is gonna hold his action to cast Silent Image when Harriet roars.
Okay.
'Cause I am afraid and can't do much more than that.
All right.
So
Sounds
Big
good.
dragon performance time.
that's it. And then Wisdom save.
You succeed.
Hey!
You are no longer frightened.
Yay! I can do shit next turn.
God, what was I thinking? This guy's not that scary. All right. At the end of Varus' turn, the dragon is going to make a tail attack against Kanan. You
That's
see
that
it.
dodge, baby.
Oh, you do. Okay. Well, good, because it was going to be a 22, but instead it's a 17.
Doesn't hit.
So rears back its tail, and like a scorpion, it slams it down, like striking at you. But fortunately for you, you're quick enough and dodge out of the way. Next up is Harriet. What would you like to do?
So Harriet, now Varus isn't afraid, so she looks over at him. She's like, I'm still afraid, and she'll just kind of dust herself off and be like, okay, to herself, I'm gonna do it this time, and try and do a dragon roar.
Okay.
Again. Yeah.
And since Varus is casting Silent Image, right? What are you casting?
A red dragon that takes up an entire 10 by 10 cube.
Okay. Big boy.
That's just gonna like walk out of this kind of area and stare it down right about here.
Okay. So make your intimidation check with advantage. You see it very focused on Kanan. Doesn't really seem to like want to turn its attention away, and it's like it catches it out of the corner of its only left eye, its only good eye, and it looks up and kind of does a double take, and then you hear the roar, and it starts to like you see it freeze for a second almost, like it can't believe what's actually happening. And it starts to like take a step backwards as if it's like, in a stare down between two dogs.
Malg moment.
So there you go. Next up is the dragon.
Oh, I need to make my wisdom save.
Oh yeah,
You can do it.
I don't know.
that's enough.
Boom!
You succeed.
Not afraid.
For now.
Not afraid, gang.
Not afraid, gang. That's great.
Couldn't be me, anyway.
Give Varus a thumbs up.
Yeah, you see it. It does take a step back away from Xarius, and turn and kind of like start chuffing and huffing and. You see it. You hear it kind of roar a few times, and you can see the acid starting to build again inside of its mouth and begin to run down between its teeth. But it makes no attacks this turn. So next up is Xarius. What would you like to do?
Xarius is going to be like, you know what? You are totally right. And run 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to run over here with Varus and Harriet.
Okay.
But on his way, he's going to kind of just grasping at straws for spells at this point. He's going to point at the dragon and be like, go away, and cast Banishment at 4th level.
Okay.
Go away.
And that's a charisma save, right?
Yeah, so pretty sure dragons have like plus 1,000,000 to charisma saves.
That's
but
pretty high.
It's DC
So
17.
DC 17. Okay, so yeah. For a second, you see the figure kind of shift, and you see the rift begin to open in reality, and then the dragon kind of rushes its claw through and dissipates the effect before it can actually capture it.
Yeah, figured.
Anything else you'd like to do?
He's going to sit down on the ground.
All right. Next up is Kanan. What would you like to do?
Kanan's gonna see that he's a little distracted and still on the ground. Is he still on the ground?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Okay. She's going to try and run up his leg to get his other eye.
Okay. Yeah. I would say since he's on the ground, you can do that. You can run up to him. I would say just make an acrobatics check to see how well you can manage to, actually get on him without him running out of the way. 11. Yeah, I mean, he didn't roll great, but rolled better than an 11, unfortunately. So you start to try to run up, and he manages to, he turns his body to keep you in focus, while also his eye looking at the image of the dragon inside the pylon. but you're unable to actually get on top of the creature again.
Okay, then she's just going to try and like slash at his stomach with her knife.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. You jab the dagger forward the first time and it just glints off at the dragon scale. It's a lot harder than you expected, but the second hit, you slash in and you get a solid purchase. Deal a good amount of damage.
And then I want to spend a key point to stunning strike him on that one that hit.
Okay, con save. What's your spell save DC?
16.
DC 16. You focus your key energy as you make the strike, and you sort of begin to see the essence of the creature as you do so. And as you make this strike into its body, you manage to sever one of the ties holding its consciousness and body together, and you see its body lock up and go rigid. The dragon is stunned.
Yeah. I didn't think that would work. One second.
I didn't want it to. Kanan's cleaning up this fight.
Okay. One more key point to flurry of blows.
Okay. And you're at advantage for these.
Oh.
But you hit
But
with
do
them
those
anyway.
hit?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine.
Okay. Another 15 points of damage. Nicely done. Anything else you'd like to do?
Can I spend my 20-foot climbing speed to like get partially up his arm, or is that out of the question?
I would say you have enough movement left, and since he's stunned, yeah, I would say you could do that. You're not like grabbing onto him. You could stand on his back if you want to. It's up to you how you want to be positioned, but
yeah, I'll just stand on his back. And
okay,
that'll be
yeah,
good.
yeah. You're not like grabbing on. It's just if you were to like turn, you'd fall. Okay, yeah, just making sure we're clear. All right. So Kanan is up on top of the dragon. Next up is Ezekiel. What would you like to do?
Frightened. Shift ever so slightly. Technically, I was just rereading Frightened. I have disadvantage on ability checks if I can see it. So my stealth check will be at disadvantage this time. And it's not great.
A 13 on a nat 1 and a 32 on a nat 20.
Is that a nat 20 on the other?
Yep. That's rough.
Anyway, I'll take the dodge action and repeat my wisdom saving throw
Okay.
at normal. Hey,
It's not enough. You are still afraid.
it's not enough.
It's a 16.
That's fair. Okay.
Yep, 16. Sorry. All
That's
right.
fair. That's fine.
Next up is Varus. What would you like to do?
Varus is not afraid, and he will step out on here, kind of like climb up the wall a little bit, and very triumphantly call out, "How about that, stink bug? We have a dragon too!" And then he'll throw 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay. You're at advantage for these, so.
One.
One!
Not the not the cursed ones.
It's okay, that one damage is gonna kill it, I'm sure.
Solid
Yeah,
2
sure.
points of
Not the dragon scale that you just popped off.
2 points of force damage.
We're gonna need that dragon too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else, Varus?
You know what? Fuck it. Action Surge. I'll do it again.
Okay.
Get another 2 points of damage.
Yes.
There you go.
Or more than
More than
Hey.
2.
Hey!
I will take it.
Okay.
16. 23.
And with the first 2, you managed to just basically flake off some dragon scales, and you're like, all right, look, I got this. And you hit the second 2 daggers in the exact same positions and blow big chunks wide open. And you can see you are starting to wear on this dragon pretty well. He's definitely not, like, dying, but you can see that he's hurt. Anything else, Varus?
I have to check. Silent image. You can use your action. Okay, so the dragon's the red dragon is just kind of hanging out there right now.
Okay, yeah, just frozen in pose.
Pretty much.
Okay.
But that's all for me.
All right, next up is Harriet. What would you like to do?
Harriet's gonna sit. She's gonna keep sitting so that she's like, I don't know how to explain this. Her mouth isn't facing the dragon
Okay.
in her mind. And she's gonna use her actor feat to sound as much like a scary dragon as she can.
Okay.
Whatever that would be, you know, like
Yeah.
amplifying her voice. And she's basically gonna be like, "This is my lunch." like you are not welcome here. And
Okay.
then roar after it as her action.
Okay. So go ahead and make your
she-
intimidation check.
And I realize she gets advantage when trying to pass herself as someone she is not.
Oh,
because
that's
of her
right.
actor feat.
That's right.
So, it's not moving, and this is in Draconic, by the
Okay.
way.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
I want to say you also get something as a racial feat.
Probably.
Let me look here.
When I make a charisma check when interacting with dragons, my proficiency bonus is doubled if it applies.
It does apply. Okay. So
that's like +8 times instead of +4 for this.
yeah. So yeah, just add another 4 on whatever you roll.
Wow.
Oh,
13.
Lord. This is so embarrassing. That was going to be so cool.
You let out this ferocious roar, and the you can't see what happens, but the rest of you see the dragon doesn't move, doesn't react at all because it's still stunned. So it's almost like it's trying to, break out of the trapping in its own body. Go ahead.
Harriet's gonna be annoyed at that, and she's gonna action surge and fire her gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then she'll sit up and do that.
All right. So from here, you can't see the dragon. You'll have to move out into the middle of the space there. And since
Okay.
you are afraid, you'll be at disadvantage. But
I
since
don't think
it's
I'm afraid anymore.
Oh, did I not remove the icon for yours?
Yeah, Harriet made it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, the right after Varus became unafraid.
Oh, that's
I
right.
became
Okay.
Unafraid.
Yeah. So you're good then.
She will
So
move.
you'll be at advantage.
advantage. Okay,
Yeah, because it's stunned.
It's done.
that's okay. Da, da, da.
24 hits. Yeah. You release you pull the trigger. The hammer slams forward, releasing the shot, and you see the round plunge straight across the dragon's neck, tearing out a large portion and splattering some bits of ichor and blood on the side of Kanan. But on where she would have been, I guess, because she's on top of the dragon. I'm sorry. The shot rings out past, and you see that it's just cauterized a big chunk of the shoulder of the dragon. Solid damage.
And just like under her breath, she's like, "That's what I'm talking about," and that's all for her.
Okay. Next up, the dragon. Dragon just is stunned for its turn. Next up is Zarius.
And it's unstunned now, right?
No, at the end of Kanan's next turn.
Oh. Why are monks the way they are?
That's their thing.
Zarius is going to run, kind of separating the group a little bit, and run his 30 feet over to here. And on his way, he will cast Guiding Bolts at the dragon. That's an advantage because he's still stunned?
Correct.
Cool. Not Detect Poison. And he will do it at 2nd level because he doesn't have many other spells left.
23 hits.
So
15 points of damage. Nice. And you see this
Yeah.
dragon start to glow
Yeah.
with radiant light. So the next attack will have advantage, but it already has advantage, so.
And he'll kind of press himself up against this ruined wall over here.
Okay. Try to take some cover.
Not successfully because it looks like it's like falling apart.
Yeah.
But just kind of like catching his breath, like.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Next up is Kanan. What would you like to do?
Yeehaw! Okay. Kanan's gonna run across and again go for that other eye.
Okay.
This time with the dagger.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make your attack rolls. You're at advantage.
Heck
I
yeah.
would say a 27 hits. Yeah. 14 does not.
And then she's going to spend a key point for the one that hit and try to keep it stunned.
Okay. All right. So, is there anything else you want to do for your turn before I give the description?
Yes.
Okay.
Flurry of blows real quick.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, both of those hit. Nicely done. And that's 12 points of damage. Okay. So Kanan, as you run up the back of the dragon, you plunge your dagger into its frozen open in horror eye, and you pry it out, slicing out the entire thing, and this big glob falls on the ground below. And then as you channel that energy again, try to keep the creature locked in its body, keep it stunned, but you just are unable to find that same sweet spot. On your way out, are you still standing on top of the creature? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. As you kind of retreat back and stable yourself just a little bit, you give a couple solid punches. And as soon as it is unstunned, the creature is going to make a tail attack on you, Kanan. Trying to fling you off of it. That's a 30 to hit. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're pushed off of the creature's back. So you don't take falling damage or anything. You're not pushed far away, just pushed off of its back. It seems a little bit disoriented, being blinded, but it still is very much able to track where you all are. That's that. And Ezekiel, you are up next.
Wild guess. As far as Ezekiel knows, he's still hidden, even though he rolled an @1 last time.
Yeah.
So instead, he's just going to take the dodge action. And that's it.
Okay.
Repeat the wisdom saving throw. Hopefully he can find his courage somewhere. That's not a saving throw.
No.
But that's okay, because it's the same, and he's still frightened.
Okay.
Because I'm not proficient in saving throws, so.
Okay. Ezekiel is still frightened in the tree there. Next up is Varus. What would you like to do? Oh, sorry, I forgot. At the end of Kanan's turn, the dragon's going to reach back and make another tail attack against Kanan. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Varus.
Varus will. How is it looking?
Looks hurt. It's missing both eyes. It's got a bunch of spots and its scales blown off or carved into. So it's hurt.
Okay. Yeah, he'll waddle on up, kind of to the other side of the dragon, and bonus action feint for advantage,
Okay.
and then just take the attack action.
Sounds great.
Whoopah!
Yeah, 21 hits. Solid 20 points of 20 points of damage.
And then, which one is it? Is it distracting strike? Yeah. So then, for a second attack, if it hits, I will use distracting strike
Okay.
for a little bit of, which it does.
It hits, yeah.
Yeah. So the next person other than me to make an attack against him has advantage.
Okay, got it.
And that's all for me, folks.
All right, the creature's going to use its last legendary action to make a third tail attack against you, Varus. It's a 26 to hit. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Ow.
And you have your mirror image out, so.
Oh, right. I thank you for the reminder. I would have forgotten. So I have to roll a d20, and if it's a 6 or higher, it doesn't hit me. So it hits one of my mirror images.
So you lose an image.
I have 2.
All right.
Yep.
Next up is Harriet. What would you like to do?
And I think, did you say you have advantage from what you were doing? Okay.
Yeah, I'm distracting it.
Woohoo! I'm hopefully shooting it. Let's see.
It's definitely a hit. Yeah, you rear back and pull the trigger. Another shot echoing out across the jungle there. The shot blasts through, and you can see big chunks missing from its neck, and the blood is just weeping out of these wounds. It's definitely looking pretty hurt. It's not dead yet, but you can see it's if it had eyes, it'd be looking around, very afraid.
And she's just gonna hold her ground, gun still like pointing at it, you know?
Okay.
And ready. That's all for her.
All right. Next up is the dragon. The dragon is going to step here, line itself up. So Varus, you can take an attack of opportunity if you'd like. Let's make sure it can actually do
Sure.
this first.
Yeah.
It's up
I'll
to you if
do
you
it.
want to.
Against my better judgment, I will.
Okay, 18 does not hit.
Yeah.
All right. As the dragon goes back, all of you can see the acid building in its mouth, just sort of foaming down between its teeth, and it's gonna rear back and release this bolt of acid.
Hi guys.
So, Kanan and Harriet, you both are in the line. Go ahead and make dexterity saving throws.
Straight line. You're good.
Kanan and Harriet, except for Kanan, sorry, just kidding. Kanan, you take 27 points of acid damage. And Harriet, you take 54.
Eden's down.
And the dragon beats its wings and lifts up 20 feet into the air. And that's it. Next up is Zarius. What would you like to do? You see it's having a hard time even keeping itself flying. This creature is just hanging on.
Zarius will look at it, look at Kanan, look at it, look at Kanan. And
Look at me.
Yeah.
Get the dragon!
No,
Look at my thumb.
I think he's
I'm
going to
on
get
a
Kanan
horse.
up because we've got a bunch of other people that can take care of the dragon, and he doesn't need to do that. So he'll cast Healing Word on Kanan at first level and be like, "Not yet, Kanan." Jesus,
Apologize.
Healing word.
that's a lot from Healing Word at first level.
Yeah, it was a nat 4, I think.
Nat 4.
Nat 4.
That's such a funny sentence.
Healing word.
All right. Is that all you're doing, Zarius?
Yeah, that's all I'll do.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to take its legendary action to make a tail attack against Kanan.
No.
No, you stay down. That's a 22 to hit.
I thought it flew up in the air.
It is up in the air. It's a
Its tail is
15-foot
on a
reach.
long
tail.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I was gonna ask what it
Kanan,
has against Kanan, but well,
you take 13
kind of
points
took its
of
eyes.
bludgeoning damage.
damn,
Oh my god.
so sad.
I'm dead.
And next up is Kanan. Make a death save.
Oh.
And mark 1 failed death save. You're lucky you're at the end of the turn order. That's all I gotta say. It's out of legendary actions. Okay, next up is Ezekiel.
I've been standing here scared long enough. I think the voices in his head start to go, do something, do something, do something. And so even though I am frightened, seeing what is the fight going on and being somewhat inspired by that, I'll take the steady aim bonus action.
Okay.
So I now shoot at normal, not
Normal.
at disadvantage.
Kill it.
And I will take a short bow shot.
At 20, let's go.
There you go.
Oh,
Hey.
oh,
I've
is that enough?
seen Lord of the Rings.
Please tell me that's enough.
So you release the shot. Hands still shaking, but you let it fly. And how do you want to kill this dragon?
Yes.
I guess Smog style, one of the chinks where the scales have been knocked off, it somehow kind of like miraculously finds purchase in there. Ezekiel has no idea what's going on.
Okay. The arrow plunges in through one of those gaps, and you hear the dragon start to cough and gurgle, its wings struggling to keep it afloat in the air, and it falls down, nearly landing on top of Kanan and crushing her. But fortunately only landing right nearby, kicking up dust and dirt and rocks and debris. Landing on the ground, the creature is vanquished.
Yeah. Reaction soul trinket?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's fire.
Are you within range?
Oh, am I? That's a good question. No, I'm not. Rip.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
30 feet. No dragon soul trinket this time. That's fine.
You have movement. Run forward. Kidding.
Oh, run. No. Ugh.
So,
No,
we
it's
are
gotta
out
be
of
before I kill it.
out of combat, so I'm going to remove the initiative count. Kanan is still dying on the ground.
Not anymore.
Okay,
Another
Healing
9 points
word.
of healing.
yeah.
I'm presumably not frightened anymore, at least
Yeah.
mechanically.
Takes
right?
takes you a second, and then yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely saying there like,
Do something. Do something. Kills the dragon.
That's something.
Yeah,
the spirits know, man.
they do. It's awesome.
The spirit.
I think
Well,
it's safe to say Kanan's probably still out on the ground, just kind of conked.
You're, maybe. You got
Just a
healed.
little out of it.
Yeah.
You know, like dying twice and then.
anyone wants some tea?
I think we need more than tea. I think we need a night.
A nice night would be nice. That's too many nices. I'm tired.
Could I take one of the dragon eyeballs?
Sure.
Oh,
They're big. It's like the size of a
This
big.
is a snack for later.
It's like the size of a volleyball almost. Like it's a little smaller than that.
I only think I need one.
Hey, nice shot, Ezekiel.
What?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
I don't. I think I'll take some tea now and a long rest.
Is there somewhere in this ruin that we can take shelter?
I mean, I think sleeping by a dead corpse of a dragon's a pretty good warning sign.
Not if
Walls
we're
should make some decent fortification at least.
As a reminder, when you started this fight, Harriet, you were digging out the ruins in the center here, and there was a door underneath that you hadn't gone in yet. You hadn't uncovered.
Yeah. Are we up for... I'm afraid to open this door over there. That's what we found.
I'll open it. What's the worst that could happen?
Another dragon. A ground dragon? I don't know.
Ground dragon. The elusive ground dragon.
My mother used to always tell
Pokemon.
me about these ground dragons that would come out if I went out past my bedtime. I
Hey,
think it's past my bedtime. Don't want to face one.
Then let's not face one and just open it and chill down there in safety and solitude. Yeah, Varus will go to open up the door.
Okay, it's still covered in debris and stuff, but you guys have
Okay.
time, so you can take time and move the stones out of the way.
At least enough to be able to like see down there to see if it's safe.
Yeah. It's a good-sized door. It's like the size of a regular door that you'd find in a house or bar or whatever, just flat on the ground. And it actually does look like it sets into the stone and opens. It's not just a piece of debris. So that's nice. So it doesn't appear to be locked or anything like that. It does look like it is used, like the X-Vart said. They said they go in there to get in and out of the area. It does look like it's used, but again, it's not locked. It doesn't appear to be trapped, although you can investigate if you wanted to know further.
Varus will do it for the shits and giggles.
Okay. It looks
He'll
clear.
open the door.
Looks really good, yeah. You lift the door, and it takes you 2 tries because you're a little bit scrawny. But the first time you try and it slips. Second time you flip it open, and you find that the trapdoor does indeed lead downward into a very sizable storage chamber. Are you heading down?
Yeah, he'll go down and take a look.
Okay. Yeah, there's a ladder that descends downward. This seems pretty stable. This chamber houses, as you enter in and take a look around, pieces of armor, weapons, and other battle gear for an enormous person. One who would easily stand around 200 feet tall. You also find gigantic and ornate chests, far too large for you to even open, to begin to lift the lids off. You also find books, ledgers, and other documents, as well as an entire wall of this massive underground area, dedicated to inscriptions in many languages, most of which you don't recognize. Are the rest of you heading down there as well?
Any ground dragons?
Kanan's still out. She'll wake up in a bit.
Okay.
You're technically conscious if that's what you're worried about, Abigail, because magic
No,
healing.
no,
But okay.
I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Okay, no, I get it.
Well, there's no ground dragons, and I'm not dead. Just
All right.
concerned.
All right. I'll come down next.
No, all right.
It does look relatively safe. Does it look like there are any other, like, pathways out of this storage room?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
It's a big area, but it looks like it was made as a storage area.
Okay.
After Harriet presumably is going down,
Okay.
Ezekiel will hesitantly follow after. Is it dark down there?
It's dark. Yeah.
Then he'll take his lantern with him.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
Serious to follow him too.
Okay. Kanan, are you coming eventually, or are you... I just don't want to tell you things that... Yeah.
No, you can continue on.
Okay. All right, so... yeah, so you see this whole wall dedicated to inscriptions in many different languages, most of which you all don't recognize. However, Zarius, you see a very ancient and increasingly familiar form of Celestial. And Harriet, you see a similar form of Draconic, both conveying the same message. The message reads in part, "The tomb of the great Afant Treyun, dragon slayer and champion of the giants. Buried with him are his armor, weapons, wealth, and words of wisdom. May this, his tomb, serve his memory, and may these gifts grant him wealth in the afterworld. May the eggs of our enemy serve as reminder against trifling with our empire." You look under the messages and see a beautiful, huge and ornate golden carved container with places for 10 massive eggs, easily the size of one of you. In 8 of the slots, you see eggs that have been shattered to pieces, their shards scattered along the ground around them. One slot has a black egg that has been hatched and opened from the inside. And in the final slot, you see a single large green scaled egg.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well,
Those are rather large eggs.
That's
You
like
remember-
as big as me.
could we call Luna?
I probably could, actually.
Maybe not right now.
Yeah.
She might know what to do.
Let's ask in the morning. Well, 'cause you get your energy. Well,
Honestly, it might be better to do it now than in the morning.
wait, where's Kanan? Kanan!
Oh, I'll be there in a minute.
Good.
Okay. As long as you're safe. I mean, if you want to, I'm gonna start finding a place to sleep.
Yeah, honestly, I might just do that.
In here.
I mean, yeah, it looks
Right.
safe enough in here, or at least
Yes.
hidden out of the way.
Guess it's better than being out in the open.
That was my thinking.
We need rest. I mean, we can't be too picky at this point. Well, we deal with this in the morning?
Deal with it in the morning. Ah,
Oh, wasn't Zarius going to tell us about his dream?
His dream didn't happen.
Oh,
sorry?
This is a fake out.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I'm used to you just saying things sometimes. No, I'm tired from the battle.
I can tell you about my dream.
Oh, you don't want to hear about
There was a
that.
lot of spaghetti.
Oh dear. But when we unlock Apollodox's skill of cooking from the base, we can do that. So we're taking watches,
Probably not a bad idea.
watching the egg.
I can do the last two.
Guess I'll take the first one.
I could take one.
So
Seconds,
me,
I guess.
Then Harriet, then Varus.
Works for me.
Assist on first watch.
Okay.
Huh?
We get Kanan down here.
Oh, Kanan, I want to do something with Kanan before she
Okay.
gets down.
Sounds great.
No problem.
All right.
I'll-
So the rest of you are looking around and kind of taking stock. You're resting inside that treasure area, right? Okay. So Kanan, you're outside while they're all descending down into this hole. What would you like to do?
Yeah, she'll probably. I mean, after Zarius healed her, she just like laid there for a minute, slowly sat up, and like felt her the shackles. She's like, guess I've got a death wish or something. Then she'll see the dragon in front of her and be like, well, time to add you to the collection. And she'll start trying to like rip off some of its scales. A pretty good amount if she can. Start
Okay.
putting them in her box.
Yeah. I would say make a nature check. I think would be the one. Or animal handling, I guess. I don't know which one. The nature's fine. You find a spot that has some damage on it already because you figure it's a better place to get started rather than trying to carve through, raw scale. So as a result, a few of the scales that you get are damaged. They're not in perfect condition, but you manage to get a pretty good, like a slice the size of two of your hands together, of like peeled off. So you've got like 25 scales that you can use. About 5 or 6 of them are damaged. But the other 20 you've got are in pretty good condition. They're bloody, they're gross. Some of them have nicks and scratches from the dragon's life, but they're there. You got them, so.
Yeah, so she'll put them in, like count them and be like, wonder how you got down here. Living a life imprisoned, I guess. I mean, I knew some people like that. But I mean, something's got to kill you now or later, so. And then she'll hear Varus and be like, oh, I'm coming, just a minute. And then she'll, minor illusion, just like a little image of like Fang finishing off the dragon. Yeah, and then she'll head down there.
Okay. All right. You descend down. You see the things that I described before, the large area, all this ancient, huge, humongous battle armor, those kinds of things. One thing that you all do notice that I forgot to mention before is it seems like everything that is small and easily carried has been removed. You definitely get the sense that, like, once upon a time, the big tables in here were covered in, like, cups and gold and all kinds of other things, but that stuff has been slowly taken out over time. And the stuff that's left is the big, big, heavy stuff. Okay, so you all are hanging out down there for the night, right? Okay, are you doing anything to, like, secure the door or setting any traps or just taking watches? Whatever you guys would like.
Are we sleeping down here tonight?
That's our plan. You're welcome to join on a watch or sleep. I think we've got all the watches covered.
I'll stay up with first watch, whoever's got that.
That's Ezekiel and Zarius.
Oh, then I'll grab last watch with whoever has that. All right.
That's me. I'll wake you up.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I'd probably close the door at least.
Okay. All right. Reach up and
Come
close,
on
just for
in.
good measure, close the door. And you notice, Ezekiel, that you barely need to have your lantern opened at all. Like, the way that the room is set up, any bit of light is reflected to give just a soft glow to the entire room. It's not obnoxious, it's very easy to sleep in, but it just sort of gives this pale light that refracts around the room that you're able to see very clearly, surprisingly so. You definitely get the sense that there is magic at work everywhere in here. But as you all settle in as best you can, sleeping on what things you can find comfort, whoever's on first watch, go ahead and make your perception checks if you'd like to. If you're just hanging out, that's fine too.
Ezekiel, do we both want to do one, or do you want me to do advantage?
We can both do one. I'm not too worried.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you all take some time and really kind of look around the area. It's a large room. It's probably 60 feet per wall. So it's a big space under here. But again, there's nothing that you could like pocket or take out that way. All the stuff in here is gigantic. But you also notice that there is no way out. There's no other way out aside from that door up above. But other than that, you all have a night that passes. Your watch passes without issue. You wake up the next watch, which is Harriet? Okay.
It's me.
Harriet, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Harriet is just gonna spend a lot of time sitting and looking at the egg.
Okay.
Like not like investigating up
Yeah.
close, picking it up or anything, but just like like if you're sitting and you're kind of looking at like a lava lamp or something while you're like zoning out,
Yeah.
that's Harriet's zoning out, just
Okay.
looking at the egg and like yeah, that's all.
Make a perception check.
That's your cousin right there.
You look and you look, and there are a couple of times you're pretty sure you see it move. And then you're like, no, I didn't see it move. It didn't move. Did it move? It didn't move. I'm sure of it. It didn't move. And that's it for your watch. You wake up Varus for the next watch.
Yeah, I'll nudge him and I'll say, Varus, I think it might just be the battle getting to me. Just keep an eye on that egg. I swear it moved once. I don't know, probably the nerves. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Sounds like a good idea.
She'll like, kind of like go to sleep, like lay down to go to sleep. Look at it one more time. Where you're like, did I close that door? Like, like
Oh, I
look
know.
back at it and be like, that feeling, and then be like, no, Harriet, shut up, and like goes back to bed.
Okay.
Or spends the next 2 hours staring at the egg.
Okay. You go ahead and make a perception check. You watch the egg and you're like, what is Harriet talking about? This egg moving, wiggling. And you see it move. It definitely moved.
Can I move closer to it
Yeah.
and just like put my ear up to it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you approach the egg, you're really focused on this egg, and you don't notice the really ornate, thick rug on the floor that you trip on.
Oh!
You trip and fall face first, smashing the side of your head on the big container that houses these eggs. You don't take any damage or anything. You smack your head and fall down on the ground. As you sit up and look at the rug on the ground, you see the corner frill lift up and kind of wave at you and then lay back down.
Hi?
It lifts itself up again and waves at you again, and then kind of like arcs back and gestures at itself.
You?
And you realize now that you're sitting on it.
Oh. Sorry. I'll like get up and just kind of walk off it.
Okay. As you do so, you look down and you see some very ancient elvish text woven across one edge. It's really difficult to read. It's like reading, the Constitution in English, right? It's very old elvish. It's very ancient. Do you read it? And do you read it aloud?
Yeah, he probably tries to like sound out the words aloud.
Okay. You read it, and it says, "Your guardianship returned the wind to the trees." As you speak this, the rug lifts itself up off the ground and rises up, standing on edge, and faces you. And it mimics your movement, and then it throws itself wide and just wraps around you in this tight, little uncomfortable, but just tight embrace, and kind of like rocks you back and forth, and then releases you and sort of goes back to floating just 6 inches above the ground.
I'm so confused. Good God, what have I eaten recently? That's neat. Do you talk?
It rises up again to like roughly your height and just turns.
Okay. What do you do?
It floats back down to about 6 inches above the ground, and it lifts up and sort of silently floats around the room and comes back, resting right in front of you.
May I? Kind of gesturing to it.
The frills on the end reach up and just pat itself.
Okay. Varus will, like, very, like, cautiously kind of get onto it.
As you step on, it gives a little bit as it adjusts to your weight, but pretty quickly it goes almost rigid and you can stand very comfortably on it. As you're standing, it lifts up, lifting you up into the air, and starts to take you around the chamber very smoothly. And then it's just like when you fly. It feels the exact same. Totally natural. Takes you down to rest right in front of the dragon display case.
Do you have a name, little guy?
It points to another piece of Elvish that says, translated, it would say, the wind in the trees.
The wind in the trees. It's nice to meet you. I'm Boris Olimian. I think you and I are going to get along well. You can meet my friends in a couple hours.
It waves again and then lowers down to allow you to step off.
Yeah. I'll get off and then kind of be like, oh, right, the egg, and go back to press my ear against it.
Okay. You press your ear against it. Make a perception check. 17. Almost imperceptible at first. You hear, it sounds like just a light scratching. Just a gentle scratch. Then, after a moment, you hear a very solid thud against the inside of it.
Okay. That's fun. I'm gonna sit down and ignore that. And then he'll just hang out with the wind in the trees for the rest of this watch and then wake up Kanan when it comes time for the fourth watch.
Okay. As you go and sit down, it rolls up and provides a nice backrest for you.
Nice.
You have found yourselves a flying carpet.
Yay.
Epic.
Varus will definitely, like, wake up Kanan while on the flying carpet, just like tap, tap, just leaning on it.
Oh, Varus, are you flying again? Why do you
Yeah,
do
sort
that
of.
so much? Okay.
He'll, like, gesture down.
What? How can you make the carpet fly?
Can I do, like, a little circle?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just do a little circle.
Oh my gosh, you're just adding this to your act? That's great. That's great.
I can already fly. I was thinking of, if you're okay with it,
Kind of.
letting somebody else use it. Would you like to try, Kanan? Come on.
Wait,
I can show you a whole new world with this.
sure? I mean, Kanan will just get up really confused. Like,
Okay.
what did I wake up to? Am I
you're
still dreaming?
You suddenly feel
Go back
compelled to
to
burst
sleep.
into song. I'm just kidding.
A whole new world.
A new fantastic point of view.
Oh no!
No one to tell us.
Where's
no.
the lamb?
The two of you circle around the space a lot faster than it did for you the first time, Varus. Kanan, you're having to kind of hold on a little tighter than you normally thought, but it whips around the room, showing you it can move quick. It's very, very speedy, and bringing you back down very gently, shaping itself into stairs for you to step off on.
My goodness. How'd you do this, Varus?
I mean, I've been doing it for a while. It's pretty
Did your
much the same
friend with
thing.
benefits, like, do something?
Oh no, I just found him over there on the ground.
The carpet?
Yeah.
Your friend? You found your friend on the ground?
Yeah.
The body's just over there.
Wait, so are you telling me the carpet is doing this itself?
Yeah. I had nothing to do with this. Well, I did say the words. And I did talk to it.
Wait, it talks? I'm sorry, hi carpet.
Not like that. No. It can understand us. It can't talk to us.
Carpet
Oh.
raises up to stand almost upright and waves one of its tassels at you, Kanan.
Oh, hi. Kaden will go in for a handshake.
It tries, but it's just frill, so...
He's not too good at handshakes, but it is good at hugs. And I'll kind of nudge the carpet.
And it just reaches out flat and wraps around Kanan, not hard, but just tightly. It feels kind of nice. Nice soft carpet.
Oh,
Oh, to be hugged by a carpet.
pleasant. Thank you. And she'll try to nudge it to go on its way.
It releases and swoops back down, floating about 6 inches off the ground.
Wow, anything else crazy happening? Or
I mean, not really.
oh, alright.
The egg over there has a thing in it.
Well, I would figure so. That's kind of what eggs are. What do you mean? Like,
It's kind of what eggs are.
Probably a dragon. It's probably alive. It's making noises for sure.
it's making, okay. It's making noises is a very different thing from it has a thing inside of it. Kanan will
I
go
thought that
over
was
to the
pretty
egg.
normal for eggs.
We'll go over to the
Surprise!
egg and
The egg has moving
knock
things
on
in it.
You're gonna go over and knock on it, you said?
Could you-
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kanan goes over and knocks on it. As you do, go ahead and make a perception check. You give a solid knock, and it's a lot more solid than you anticipated, right? It feels really firm and sturdy and like a single piece. But you put your ear close and listen. You knock 3 times, and after a moment, you hear 3 knocks back.
Varus, if something's in here, we might want to just break it out and kill it.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, you saw what the other dragon was. We
And?
can't just, tame something like that.
So? Do we need to kill it?
I mean, every dragon we've come across has been evil in some sort. Wouldn't it be our duty to prevent it from doing any sort of harm?
I mean, it's just that doesn't feel right. It's not even born yet. That feels
I
like
don't know.
cheating. This dragon here is going to be some great quest for some group of adventurers 200 years down the line.
Yeah, and it'll kill 300 people on the way.
Maybe not.
Very likely. I mean, we don't just get dragons because they don't kill people. We kill them because they kill a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a
And they
good point.
destroy towns.
I still don't feel right about this. I don't know. Why
Alright,
do
well-
dragons kill people in the first place?
I wouldn't know. But they've never been kind.
Harriet's kind.
Well, Harriet's different.
Is she though?
Very much so. Harriet's not all about the bloodlust and the killing everything around her.
I mean, yeah. So neither was her ancestor that was a dragon?
I don't know. I think we should kill it, but we'll wait until the morning. If it doesn't hatch, I say we just leave it here.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go up and walk around a bit, see if those idiot purple guys are back around. Maybe blow off some steam.
Please don't hurt them too much.
They tried to kill us, Varus.
Oh, the brains.
No, the thumb people.
They didn't try to kill us. They tried to swindle us.
They fed us to a dragon.
Where did you get that from?
They literally left us there and said, well, good luck, and ran.
I would do that too if there was a dragon around.
Oh my gosh, all right, you stay down here, have your evil baby dragon, I'm gonna go up. And Kanan will leave.
Kanan, are you
She's
okay?
gone.
You following after Varus?
No.
Okay. So, Kanan, you push out of the door, and you see the jungle looking the same as it did before. The huge hulking corpse of the dragon nearby, just slowly dissolving, the acid inside of it beginning to erode away. But you're free to walk around and do whatever you'd like. Is there anything in particular you wanted to look for?
She'll walk around, just the area
Okay.
a bit. Not going too far,
Okay.
just staying around this building. And then after, like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of just walking, she'll make her way over to the dragon and just try to, like, take anything else off of it that she can, like claws, scales.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're walking around, make a perception check. 15, okay. You do notice a few small, like, it looks like animal tracks. Like, not like footprints, but like trails, animal trails, that kind of dart off the same direction that the X-Varts went, but you're not venturing out that far. You just notice that where the path is. Then as you approach the dragon to try to get anything else, you notice it's got these two enormous, like as long as your forearm at least, horns sticking out of the sides of its head. So you can try to take those, you can try to take some claws or some more scales. Your choice. You can probably do one of those three things.
Something that will fit in her box a little better.
Okay.
So either some claws or like smaller teeth.
Okay.
Or scales.
Yeah. So
and I'll
teeth.
roll a d3.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't know how that works. Does anyone know how that works?
Slash roll 1d3. Slash roll 1d3. Should get you a d3.
Heck yeah. Okay. So that one will be the second one I said, so teeth.
Teeth. Okay. So it's fortunately for you laying propped on the side of its head with its horn resting on the ground, its mouth open, the acid kind of seeping out. And you notice some good-sized teeth. Go ahead and make a nature check, since that's what we did before. 16. Pretty good. You start to go to work on one of the larger ones, and you realize with the dagger, you're not going to be able to get it out without covering yourself in acid. You see the big acid sacs in the back of its mouth. So you go to one of the other teeth, You wedge the dagger in, and you manage to pop it out. Unfortunately, as you do so, you scrape the back of your hand on some of its teeth. You do take 3 points of acid damage as the leftover residue kind of burns onto your skin. And Kanan, I believe, sits for a moment and feels that pain before continuing.
Yeah.
You managed to get 2 good size, like mid-row teeth.
Okay. And then after she puts those in her box, she'll be like, well. And she'll pull out one of her empty vials of, like, her dagger poison.
Mm-hmm.
And just, like, stick her hand in and try to fill it up.
Okay,
Just pain or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take another 4 points of acid damage, but you manage to fill the vial.
Okay.
So now you can change your poison for acid whenever.
Okay. And so she'll hang out there just a little longer. And by the time she thinks everyone's about to wake up, she'll head back down.
Okay. Sounds great. Meanwhile, Zarius. Zarius, you fall into a deep, deep sleep after your watch. In blackness, you feel your body descend until finally resting on cold stone blocks. Opening your eyes and taking a look around, you see yourself standing in the center of a large pad of stones. Empty nothingness extending out in all directions beyond the borders of the 10 by 10 block you're standing on. Along one wall, you see 2 elaborate bookcases that extend the entire length of the wall. One filled with thick tomes of knowledge, neatly organized. The other is barren and empty. Only 1 or 2 books remain, and even those are tattered and torn, and the case that holds them is crumbling. Large holes show through, and one of the upper corners is completely missing, revealing more of the extent of the blackness behind. You feel a closeness, a familiarity with the place, and especially the books, like you've always known them just at the edge of your mind. What would you like to do?
So he looks around, that's all he sees.
That's it.
He'll probably go and reach out and grab one of the books.
Okay. You approach the books and pull one out. And beginning to flip through, your mind is cast to a faraway place, and you see yourself peering out through a metal helmet and wielding a flaming red sword, cutting down wicked demons, nefarious creatures of the abyss, and monstrosities that would shake most people to the core of their beings. You blast waves of radiant light and obliterate hundreds, thousands of these creatures, and you feel accomplished, proud even, that you've worked to protect your realm, your people, your friends, and your family. You return the book to its place and reach for another, and once again feel your mind cast far away, but this time, you're exploring the cosmos, witnessing the formation of stars, the spreading of cosmic dust, and the formation of worlds. You watch as from your hands leap bolts of lightning that return life to creatures that were first formed on these worlds. Most of all, you understand all of it. Your knowledge of the processes that are taking place is as familiar as your knowledge of buckling your shoes or the color of your hair. You turn and open a gateway, a portal in space, as easily as you'd open a door and pass through, and your mind returns to your body. Book after book, you withdraw, pour through, and return, and after each one you feel your knowledge expand, your understanding grow, your wisdom increase. Taking stock of the space you find yourself in once more, you recognize it for what it really is. This is a prison with no way out. A moment later, you first feel, then see the presence of an otherworldly creature, something that chills you to your very core. A tall figure, draped in silky purple and black robes, gently floats across the black emptiness surrounding your chamber and approaches the nearly empty bookcase. As it comes closer into view, you see wriggling, glistening tentacles squirming and writhing out from under the hood. Suckers on the bottoms nearly pulsating with hunger. Bright, glowing, and beady eyes peer out with a singular focus, a dedicated drive. What would you like to do?
Hello there. Do you know where we are?
The creature doesn't acknowledge your presence and continues forward towards the bookcase.
Zeus just kind of watch it walk over to the bookcase, I guess.
Okay. You watch in horror as the creature pulls one of the last remaining books from the case and holds it to its face. Opening the book, the tentacles reach out, probing the pages rapidly, faster than anyone could ever read. And on reaching the end, the book bursts into a bright greenish-blue cloud of glowing dust, which the creature sucks into its horrifying mouth. You feel a tremendous sense of loss, as if a part of you, your memories, your thoughts, even your ability to think is reduced. The creature, apparently satisfied and its tentacles calmed, turns and drifts out once more across the blackness and out of sight. Another moment passes, and you hear a familiar voice speak. Zarius, I recognize my mark on you. If you have that, things must be dire indeed. As I'm sure you are aware, I am a Polydux. Rather, I am her intellect. As you turn to face her and see the familiar, beautiful face you've come to recognize as a Polydux, though without the minute scars that you've seen before. However, this version has a deeply furrowed brow, as if she's spent her time more in focused thought than on the battlefield. She is dressed in a modest green dress that flows down to the floor, concealing her muscular physique. You also sense a kind sadness in her blue eyes. These abominations have been extracting my essence for so long. I have lost so much of who I am. You, my servant, must help me. If I can reach you through dreams, you must be close. And you are powerful. Yes, I see now why she chose you.
Do you know where you are?
I know that I am in a prison. I know that I am encompassed by these creatures. But you no doubt have companions? Someone like you, so capable, you must have gathered friends, servants even.
Yes, we definitely have friends. Friends who will aid us in this task.
Beware in engaging these illithid. Their minds are powerful and honed sharper than the edge of any blade. They and their creations will seek to destroy your minds and compel you to servitude. You must protect yourself from their evil. Even now I can sense, and she puts her hand just across your forehead. Even now I can sense that they have taken something from you.
How does one protect themselves from something like that? It's not, like swords, you can wear armor. It's not something like that.
You must shield your mind. I will impart upon you a gift, the last of my strength that I am able to spare. Please, Zarius, find me soon. Polydux holds you by the shoulders, her hands placing exactly where the scars are.
Not again.
She looks deeply into your eyes. Her gaze grows intense, and you can feel the temperature around you rising higher and higher. Soon you find yourself sweating, yet her gaze does not falter. A moment later, she erupts into bright, divine light, much like the Apollodux that you've seen before, and pulls her hand from your shoulder and places a shaky palm flat on your forehead. You feel an intense heat like a branding iron sear into your skull and close your eyes from the pain. Then, all you see is darkness. And you feel yourself drifting upward and away from that prison cell. Looking down, you watch as Apollodux and her meager pittance disappear into the distance, while you return to your body, startling awake. As you rise suddenly from sleep, you feel your mind more fortified than it was previously, and you have a wispy, thin and magical gold band gently floating around your forehead. You find with a thought that you can make it disappear or reappear or glow brighter or dimmer out to about 10 feet. You also have had your intelligence restored, and
I don't remember what it was.
it's +3 to whatever you have now.
Okay.
You also have the effects of the Protection from Evil spell, with aberrations chosen for the next 7 days.
Gotcha.
I love writing dream sequences. It's like my favorite thing. It's so fun.
So good. I
It's
love
so
watching
good.
that. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Keep wanting to give everyone dreams, and I'm like, no, not everyone can have dreams. Can't be a thing.
Everyone has dreams.
It's okay. As a player, I love just listen. I love. Oh, it's so cool.
I love listening to other people's. Mine are always terrifying. Yeah, I feel like it's fair. That's fair.
Who's
Jeff.
having nice comfort? What
Yeah.
nice comforting dream sequence are you referring to?
Yeah. Matt, can't we have like one in a field of daisies? Like, come on.
Kanan had one that started there.
That's the field of daisies that then like was
I
on
did,
fire.
and it ended
we
us
all
in us
died.
dying in hell.
So, you all wake in this cave together, this hole in the ground, this treasure room.
It's a
And
hobbit.
you all notice that Zarius has a halo.
And that Varus is on a floating carpet.
I am on a floating carpet.
It's a lot to notice. Harriet's looking at the egg first, though. So she's like, "Is it still moving?"
Straight to the egg.
Well, good morning to you too, and yes, I am on a flying carpet.
Oh,
Kanan comes down the hatch at this time.
what? Zarius, what?
Yeah.
She like rubs her. She
Oh.
like licks her eye, and like
No, it is actually there. I can make
she
it.
licks her eye.
I can make it not be.
If you always had that,
No, it's a new thing.
nice.
I had a run-in with the lady again.
Good running. You know where she is? Kind of running.
Kind of. The good news is we're close.
Okay.
Bad news is we'll be having more run-ins with the creatures that messed with Varus and I's mind. Except, from what I understand, more powerful versions.
So, is your little hat do anything cool?
I mean, it appears, and I can make it glow a little bit.
Ezekiel might like that.
You might. But also, I think it helps shield me from some of these effects.
Yes, Varus, your intelligence is still down.
And my mind has been restored.
How are you feeling, Varus?
Oh yeah, I'm on a flying carpet. Good morning to you too.
That's something you do now?
I mean, well, I wasn't planning on keeping it because I can already fly. So
full effects of a long rest and everything.
Yep, yeah, everyone gets the full benefits of a long rest, all spell slots are stored, health, all that stuff. Hit
Oh,
dice.
I should
Cool.
actually update that. I was so involved with this dream scene.
But
There is
to answer your question, Harriet, there's definitely something in the egg.
Okay, well, it's an egg.
Just the
Something
same
moving.
answer.
God, fucking hell.
Zarius is gonna walk over to Varus, and he has. Well, actually, can he make some kind of Arcana check to see if like Greater Restoration would help with his mind too, or?
Sure, yeah. Well, it just would be a wisdom ability check. So, I mean, just wisdom modifier plus
Okay.
proficiency.
Sure.
I think it's the same as wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Nope,
no.
no idea. He'll just do it and burn a 5th level spell slot.
Okay. Yeah, you try the greater restoration, and it whatever the I don't know if there are.
There is one that for removing damage to an ability score.
Oh, well, I was just thinking material components.
Oh,
That
too.
Verbal, somatic,
Diamond dust worth 100 gold.
diamond dust worth 100 gold. Yep, I need to crush up a diamond or something.
Yeah.
You should
In the
have
process of casting, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
try and it doesn't. As you cast the spell, and Varus, you feel great, but still your same reduced intelligence self.
Well, it was worth a shot.
I'm on a flying carpet.
That
For
you
now.
are.
Who wants it?
I mean, I
Comments?
think the more like pressing matter is what do we do with the egg? There's a live
It's a flying
dragon,
carpet.
I'm assuming, inside of the egg.
I don't think it's that pressing. It's not going anywhere.
But it will eventually.
So? Well, we already had this conversation.
Yeah.
I think we just leave it here. It's not bothering us. Sure, it may bother other things eventually, but that's the circle of life. I mean, we don't go around killing bears every time we run into a cub.
We're gonna. I mean, what are we? Carry it with us? Like, what's other option? Are you?
I think
That
Kanan
is
was
really
suggesting
big.
we kill it.
Well, I'm not doing that.
And I tell you what,
Alright,
Kanan,
then
we can
we
leave
go.
you alone in the room with it.
Nah.
I'm also not doing that. It's just an egg with a.
Just an egg turns into about hundreds of lives lost.
There's nice dragons.
Anyone stupid enough to be down here in the caves deserves to die anyway.
Oh,
And I look
yeah.
around at the party.
Well, that's a theory. Glad we're using that one. I don't know. I've met plenty of nice dragons who don't go around killing their business. That's plenty of them. At least one.
Which, that's you!
No, that's not what I mean. I'm not a dragon. Just one.
Well, I mean, so long as that's the decision, I say we leave now before I change my mind.
You prone to more violence, rightly?
Not more than usual.
I wouldn't agree with that.
I disagree
Actually,
with that.
I think maybe we should talk about that.
I mean, maybe when I save your life the next time.
No,
It's not that I've
we're-
been doing much
that's
saving.
not how
I'm
this
doing
works,
more dying.
Kanan.
Yeah, I don't think you have a say in this, Kanan.
Kanan,
Are you okay?
You don't. I'm not here for you to save my life all the time. I'm not paying you. I'm your friend, and I appreciate the saving. But also, I am worried. And this. What? You just want to kill this egg? When would. That's not what you would have said a few months ago. Don't you want to make a book out of it or something at least? I mean, that's not what. What? Sorry, I haven't had my tea yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
A dragon is sentient. It has its own choices to make, its own life to live. Who are we to cut it short?
You're right. But if it hatches and decides to attack us at all,
Then we can get it.
all right.
So, to get this clear, Kanan, you're fighting an urge to kill this right now, is what you're doing?
I wouldn't say fighting an urge. I would say I think it's morally the right thing to do.
All right.
Maybe not morally, just the right thing.
Right? It's a perspective.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you right now. But no, I'm not gonna kill it.
Right? I'm worried, I guess.
I don't know if this might not be just about this egg anymore. I'm worried too about you.
Me? I survived a dragon trying to kill me. I'm fine.
You survived a lot of things trying to kill you.
Yeah. But what about this carpet?
And now you're avoiding the subject.
Insight check. No.
I'm gonna make some tea,
I don't even need
and we're
an
gonna
insight
talk.
check.
You can figure out the carpet, but I want to know
Okay,
that you're
but-
okay, Kanan.
Yes, and I've told you I don't have an answer for you right now. So either we leave it here and I talk to you later, or I leave.
What?
Well, I mean, I won't leave, just the area for a little bit.
And go
Get
where?
some breath.
If you need
That-
a moment, that's fine. We're alone down here. We can't just not be checking in. Or if someone is so worried about something, we need to talk about that. We're down under the ground with dragon's eggs and trees, and we're all we've got down here.
Harriet, at the same time, there's no use in trying to force an answer out of someone who isn't ready. It'll just cause more problems.
Thank you, Sirius.
Know that we're worried about you.
And we're here
That's
for
all.
you.
I appreciate it.
I'll try and let it go. You don't need a complete answer to share something, right? It doesn't have to be the full book to share it. It can be the table of contents, or I don't know,
Okay, Harriet, but look who's talking. There's a lot about you didn't share with us for a long time. And I want you to respect my decision to wait the same way we did yours.
It's fair.
Plus, I have a feeling that my subconscious hasn't written it out yet. So,
You know, now that you say that, I suddenly feel a whole lot better about letting this wait a little while.
Kanan, we're always here for you, whenever you're ready. Yes, we're an adventuring party, but we're a family just as well. So take your time.
oh, 1 second. And Kanan will get into her bag. And pull out, there's, oh gosh. She'll pull out like dragon scales and give each of you 2 dragon scales. And be like, I'm not done with you guys. I am worried about the dragon, and there's just a lot I have to think about. But I got these yesterday.
So that's what all that tearing I heard was.
And I wouldn't leave you guys. Not like leave. I just meant step out and get some air.
It's not really very far you could go.
No, plus I don't think I could make it very far without your powers of restoration, Zarius.
Ditto to that.
No, we all have our traits. We wouldn't make it very far without you punching things or Varus stabbing things. Or Harriet shooting things.
And making tea.
And making tea. We
very
would not
important.
have made it anywhere without the tea.
Yeah.
Made it some weird places with the tea.
Well, that too, but
But Kanan, I just want to say I'm sorry. Just you're right.
It's
And-
okay.
I just care about
Done.
you, and that's all.
Thank you.
And this is me caring about you. It's giving you the space you need. I get that. So
Thank you. I've done. That light won't stay up. Do you guys?
sorry, I knocked over a chalice.
Oh, here, hold on. Let me turn this
not
back
the
on.
chat, not the teacup.
Sorry.
Oh,
Darius will make his Halo girl a little brighter.
Oh dear,
Harriet,
that's gonna get
I've-
to me.
done and said quite a few things I probably shouldn't have. And I appreciate you guys being patient with me. And some of your tea could really hit the spot this morning.
Well, I think as long as we're not running into the mines again.
And with that segue, now one of us will be flying into the mines again, eh?
Is it only one? Is it like a one person at a time thing? Have we
I don't
tried that?
know.
Both of us rode it yesterday.
This is true.
Or last
What?
night, an hour ago.
Carpet?
Yeah, this.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, I
Oh, what?
did
Really?
some Elvish research and looked in the Elvish dictionary, and
Oh,
You have an Elvish dictionary.
it's called my
narcissistic
brain.
research?
Mm.
I know. Sometimes I refer to my brain as Google. It has a name.
What?
I see.
So
Google?
yeah, no, it's this thing is known as the wind in the trees. So I just took the Elvish word for that, Sarumi Alda. I thought we could call it Sue.
Sue? Alright.
Sarumi Elda?
Yeah,
To Sue. I don't
or
speak
Sue
Elvish.
for short. What do you think,
Okay.
Sue? How do you like that?
The carpet shapes itself into like a very stately chair and waves all its tassels on all four sides.
I think Sue likes it. But yeah, I don't know. I can already fly, and I don't know if it can carry all five of us. We could try at some point, but I figure it'll probably be someone needs to control Sue, tell it where to go.
I mean, Harriet in the air,
Yeah, that's
Might be
probably
pretty-
a good idea.
kick butt.
That's so terrifying.
That would
I
be
think that's the point.
absolutely horrifying, but it's
That's
a
my
great
new
idea.
fear.
I think that's why we should do it. 'cause
Flying
that's
Harriet
terrifying.
coming in with her gun, just
Yes!
like standing on it, like
Okay.
You want to try, Harriet? It's a new fantastic point of view.
Oh no, I have enough worlds. The new one. But alright. I'll get on it. Sue. Don't want to offend Sue, so.
All right, so Harriet, you're hopping on.
Yep. Kind of nervously. Like
Yeah.
a,
Varus will
nervous,
stay on to
like a
help.
nervous parent getting on a roller coaster, like gingerly
Okay.
stepping on.
All right, with the two of you on there, you see Sue kind of lower and try to lift up, and it's able to move you around, but it's definitely not as fast as it was before, and it can't quite go as high. Seems like with Harriet being very heavy. And having another person is about the limit that it can handle.
Okay.
So 2 people's the limit, just so you all know.
Didn't. How did that feel, Harriet?
That was an experience.
You
Feeling
get
like
used to it.
a real dragon, you know?
I think you'll be great at it.
We're
Do the roar.
I'm working on my
Do the
roar.
right. Do the right.
Do the roar. In the abyss of the tomb.
I feel satisfied with this decision.
He's
So-
satisfied with your care.
I'm sorry.
Baybacks? And Harriet's gonna be like, that's great. And she'll like get off it and like gently pat like one of the tassels or something.
Okay.
Like,
It just slowly like moves out of the way as you try to reach it, so it just doesn't allow until you're like leaning forward a little more, and then it just kind of wraps
Sorry.
around you and holds you tight.
Yes.
oh, no, this is kind of nice. Okay. She'll just like give it a pat.
Okay. And then it releases and goes back to floating.
I was wondering, you know, feeling like a real dragon at all. Sorry, Kanan, I hate going back to this. I just can't stop thinking about that egg. That's all. It's green, you know, like, really like that color.
Well, I mean, you guys are right. It would be the same as just murdering some innocent person that hasn't gotten to live yet and to make those decisions. So yeah, if it's not evil or trying to kill us, then I guess killing us would be the sign of its evilness.
Or other people.
Yeah. If it's not that, then it has every right to live. If you want to help it get out, I mean, I'll sit by and watch.
I don't know. I mean, I just maybe telling it that we've been talking a lot about it. I swear it was moving when I was watching it, okay?
It was.
Might
It
be
was.
listening.
No, it was.
So Harriet will just like kind of walk over to the egg and she'll be like, see, okay, last point. Like she was talking to it in the night or something. But like, last point, you're good to rest here, completely fine. And she'll like pat it on the head almost, you know? Like.
Harriet, as
Yeah.
soon as your hand touches
Oh,
the
no.
egg, you feel the being inside of it just brush against that portion of the egg and kind of sense your presence. And you hear almost, it's almost like telepathy, but you just see, it's no words, it's just sort of a presence. And you feel it just calling to you, and you feel a very distinct and not from within motherly instinct almost overcome you to keep your hand on it.
As I was saying, when she like keeps her hand on it.
Where your hand
Yeah.
is, you start to feel a tap. First gentle, just kind of tapping, and then you feel like a withdrawal, and then it bursts out, opening the top of the egg right around where your hand is, and your hand falls into it. You feel after a moment this sort of mouthing on your hand of a very toothy, large mouth. You also feel it really hurts. It's kind of painful. It's like your hand is engulfed in a vat of poison almost. You do take 4 points of poison damage, reduced to 2. And that lasts for a solid few seconds there, and then all of a sudden the poison stops hurting. And it feels just like normal, like water or anything else. And after a moment, you pull your hand out and you see the first, like the beak-ish part of a head emerge out of that crack and just push away the rest of the shell. And you all see a large green dragon wormling emerge out of the egg. And it sits right behind Harriet and then vomits all over her legs and waist and feet and everything. All of this green ichor. And again, Harriet, you feel like it should hurt. It's definitely poison. But for some reason, it's adapted to your specific body. And so you don't feel any pain from it.
Oh, it's adorable.
Kaden's got her dagger and she's like, "You sure it's not hurting you?"
It's fine. Kaden, I want you to know this was not a ruse. I didn't know about this.
It's not eating your hand?
Look, maybe we can go stick it on the weird tentacle mouth things.
What?
Illithids. Oh, did I not
It
mention
just
that
crawled
part?
out of its egg.
Yeah, well,
Hold on, first we were like,
Just
it's going to be
birthed.
evil. Let's go.
yeah.
This thing has
start
been
with don't be
alive
evil.
for seconds.
It was alive in the egg.
What do baby dragons eat, guys?
When does life begin?
I'm having a motherhood crisis.
I'm not Kaden. Harriet, do I need to kill it?
No, it's fine. It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
As you do so, it kind of, as you like kind of ask that, it shrinks behind Harriet and pushes real hard into her. Now, obviously not knowing its own size, because it's
Oh, jeez.
like 8 feet tall at this point. You know, it's a big thing, very heavy, like a big, like a horse almost, with wings and everything. I mean, it's very big, and it just leans into Harriet.
Oh, it's
exactly,
all right.
Bison.
Just hold on. I've got a prompt. Hold on. It's fine.
Look at the size of it. I mean, it's going to have to eat something. We might as well just have it eat the tentacle dudes.
Where are they?
Oh, I have no idea. Somewhere close. That, Zorn gave us instructions, didn't he? I think I wrote those down.
He did. He told you it was... Oh, the Zorn. Yeah, there's the Tomb of the Giants, and then there was the Catacombs, the Lava Fields, and then there was the Illithid camp beyond that.
Yes. I wrote that somewhere. My notes are...
Maybe it can open this big chest for us.
There's also, if you're worried about what it's gonna eat, there's dragon meat outside.
Kaden, let's take that back a second. Hold on. Think about what you just said.
Well, I mean,
It's cannibalism. No.
yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Well,
No. I'm not
But
okay
it's
with
black
this.
dragon.
I'm not
so
okay
like,
yeah, I mean,
this.
they're different, right? Aren't they supposed to hate each other
Hold
anyway?
on. Hold
Sorry.
I'm gonna
on.
start looking for
Yeah,
a way out
let's
here.
start with the don't be evil talk, maybe.
Harriet's just gonna speak in Draconic to it and just say, Hi, welcome to the world.
Hello.
Oh my god. Why is my kid like...
I've been waiting in there for a long, long time.
Oh, sorry,
it's just
guys.
Corzin.
It's fucking Corzin.
I'm just not
It
that
ain't
good at
bad.
voices, that's all.
No. It's
Corzin's hand comes out of the egg.
Just Corzin.
It's a dragon with Corzin's hand as one of the talons.
No.
backwards.
Don't disrespect my son.
Talk to me or my son ever
Never again. Well, welcome.
Are these servants here your food or your slaves or what's the whole deal there?
So is he speaking Draconic?
Yeah.
Okay. They're, companions, friends.
Companions that we eat?
No, they're not on the menu, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Plenty of other things to eat down here, but not any of them.
Well, it's been... I would venture to guess, based on the barbaric tongue that they're speaking, It's been several thousand years that I've been down here.
Been trapped in there?
We hatch when we're ready.
Oh, I get it. I respect that. It's good to take your time. So, you're ready now?
Well, I felt the presence of another green-skinned, and I thought, what better time than now? The last one to get out, I heard the kerfuffle upstairs, and, well, I assume that he's dead.
He is.
Right, so, I do need to eat, or I will also be dead, so
This is important.
we take care of that now.
Right away. Do you have a name?
Yes?
Take your time in sharing, hundreds of years. It's fine.
I didn't
I'm
think such a
Harriet.
thing was so necessary between kin.
All right, well, it's useful. I'm Harriet.
Harriet. It's a
You can
pleasure
shout when
to
you're ready.
meet you.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what we hear.
Yeah.
I am Urgus.
All right, and you're hungry, so we're gonna find some food.
That actually is the other part of my name. I am Urgus the Hungry.
Oh.
You
Wonderful.
guys, I mean, they probably taste just fine uncooked, like calamari type deal.
No.
I mean, I'm sure I'd enjoy it.
All right, everybody. We need to find our friend some food.
Just ask it if it wants to eat its brother.
They're not brothers, they're different colors.
My friends here, there is a corpse of a black dragon up there, and they're suggesting you eat that.
I know
How will
what
we-
they're suggesting. I can understand them. I just can't lower myself to speak their tongue.
That's fair.
I said everything.
No, I won't be eating a black dragon.
It's all right.
I have heard of this trend called vegetarianism. I thought I might give that a try.
Well, there is a giant tree nearby.
Can you
Which
eat
is-
trees?
I've never tried. Actually, I do make tea out of bark.
Why don't you try first and then get back to me on how it makes you feel?
All right. Give you a few hundred years.
The next option would be, I have, probably some rations, not enough to feed a dragon.
We're gonna need to become like the most efficient farmers in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Darius, can't you also make food? I'm sure there's a massive container in here you can make some
I
in.
can, but not today. Unless we want to. You can't take a long rest immediately after the other one, right? That's just. He was gonna
can.
say unless you want to sit here for another 8 hours, but I don't think you can just do that and re-pick your spells, can you?
I mean, you can, yeah. You just waste a whole day.
Yeah. So
Apologetics
No.
watching you I just saved this bitch.
I just said that you need to hurry, and you're sitting there waiting to feed a dragon. Get over here.
If we're doing that, Kanan's picking that carcass apart as much as she can.
No, Zarius was gonna say it sarcastically, but I wanted to see if it was actually a thing that we could do before he said it.
How about we look for a way out of here and go from there?
Well, aren't there those little brain things? Can you eat a bunch of those?
I've got 8 servings, well, 8 of my servings of jerky.
Oh,
I don't think that's
yeah.
gonna get very far.
It probably won't, but
Is the white one speaking of dried meat?
Yes, he is. He
I
has
could-
a s-
I could eat that. That would suffice.
Zarius,
the white one.
wait, which one? Just said Zarius or Varus? Which wise
And-
the one with the
Ezekiel.
horns.
Zarius, would you be willing to hand over your dried meat?
Absolutely. Here, and he'll fish out his 8 rations of food that I'm assuming is just like dried meats and stuff.
All still wrapped. It just mouth over your hand and just withdraws.
Yep.
Can you type the name in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Burgess.
I see I was right there, but I added a T at the end.
Urgist. Oh, yeah, okay.
Like Regis.
Well, certainly there must be some kind of hunting ground if the Black Idiot was allowed up there to grow so large.
There's lots to be hunted up there, so
Perhaps I'll take a flight around, stretch my wings.
Does it look like this
Great.
dragon could fit through the hole we came down in? Because
Yeah.
you said it's big, right?
It's big, yeah, but it's not like beefy yet. It's not like broad. It's
Gotcha.
kind of like wormy and thin at this point. It's just large bone, like a puppy.
Gotcha.
Oh, is this your first flight?
I did just hatch, didn't I?
Oh my goodness, I just got the ability to fly for the first time. So we could fly together for the first time.
That sounds delightful.
Until she's like, guys, I'm gonna fly with Urgis for the first time. Like she didn't even introduce that this was Urgis. So like,
Urgist?
Urgis? Is something urgent? Is that what you're telling
Are
us?
you having urges?
don't insult his name. That's
Oh.
his name. It's Urgis. The
Well.
hungry.
Yep, that's not concerning.
I
That
said
just
you are
almost sounds like
food.
Vars.
Yeah, is that another one of your middle names, Vars? Or did we stumble across one that isn't?
It is now.
Oh. you can just add to the list.
Maybe.
Urgis steps to the side and
Sent
stretches
the
the wings
message.
all the way out. Flexes, kind of rolls its neck and shoulders around. And then just starts to sort of nervously flap at first, but get some confidence and go up and just bursts through the door up out of the treasure area that you're in and out of sight.
Well, doing great.
That'll do. Hey, Sue, take good care of Harriet, please.
The carpet kind of nods and then scoops under Harriet. And
She's
then
gonna
lifts
chase
up.
after him.
Yeah, lifts up. The two of you exit out of the top and soar up above the large forest. And you fly side by side, and you see it takes a little bit for Urgis to get the confidence that, you know, to really trust in its own abilities, its own strength. And after a moment, it starts to really pick up speed and easily outruns you on Sue. And begins to start to loop around you, fly up over around you, up above, down below, circling, spiraling through. And you see it come back around, flying right next to you for a moment, and there's just this look of joy on its face. After a moment, it kind of cants its head to the side and notices something on the ground, and you see it track before tucking its wings and just descending, dive bombing down. Snatching something, not quite sure what, up from the ground, up into the air, and as it lifts up above the tree line once more, you see it's like one of those large velociraptors that you saw, one of the larger ones, just scoops it up into the air, it throws it, and then catches it and swallows it whole. Circles around again before making pace with you and heading back down towards the rest of where the group is. And I think that is where we're going to end the session tonight. So, thank you to players for playing. That was a lot of fun. You defeated a black dragon. Oh, I also forgot to mention, everybody levels up.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You're kidding!
Really?
Yeah, level 11, yeah.
Awesome.
So, defeating a black dragon's a big deal. So,
What was it, an adult?
yeah. CR 14.
Okay.
So, and I didn't. The only thing I pulled, it normally gets 3 legendary resistances, and I only gave it 1.
I was gonna say when you said that it's only 1, I was like, I don't, because I just thought I remembered it wrong, to be honest.
Yeah. So that was the only thing I changed, and you all took it down. Kanan really.
Imagine. Kanan really took it down.
Oh, you could reroll ones for hit
some
points.
Issues.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry, Abby.
Oh, you're good. No, I love this. This is my favorite
I'm like,
thing.
I know
was
we're
just like,
we're
I don't
vibing,
wanna...
but I'm like, I just have to clarify always. So I'm like, I love you, and I love
I just
it.
don't want the moment to fall, because there's a lot Kanan needs to say that I haven't put in order. So
totally.
All right. Well, we are going to end it here. Thanks again for players for playing. I have such a blast. Also, thank you to anyone watching. We have a good time, and we'll be back next week for more crazy dungeon adventures. All right. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.